Welcome to the Ages of Rock podcast with your hosts Bill Algie, Dennis Talbot, and Alan Tate. We are three guys who have one thing in common, a love of rock and roll. Our goal is to talk about all things rock. We hope you find this show intriguing, funny, and occasionally highly opinionated. Enjoy! Guy walks into a doctor's office with a frog on his head. Doctor said, "What's wrong with you?" The frog said, "I don't know. It started with a bump on my ass."
All right, and with that, we're starting the next edition. Okay, the joke wasn't that
That's
funny.
why we do. That's why we talk about rock music and aren't like stand-up comics.
Right.
Anyway,
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, any good Kiss fan will know that joke, and they will know where that joke came from and why I told that joke.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, you are now listening to the Ages of Rock podcast. This is episode number 198. We're getting close to that 200 mark. I am here with my two esteemed co-hosts, Mr. Bill and Mr. Allen.
Steamed.
Esteemed.
Oh, okay.
Or it could be steamy.
No, I didn't want you to say that. That's kind of gross.
Well, unless you got out of the shower just recently or something. But anyway.
Yeah, it's cold in
Bill
there. Turned blue.
Mr. Bill, I'm blue tonight too. I don't know what Alan is because his video's not coming up. So
It's actually my balls.
Now, everyone else can see the video, just not you, Dennis. And also,
Yeah.
I am wearing blue as well.
Oh, isn't that neat? So we're blue.
But I'm less blue than you guys are.
That's true.
Yeah, you're more of
But
a powder blue.
I have my Harper guitar shirt on, which I'm so proud to wear because I am an owner of a Harper guitar. So anyway, we have a topic tonight, which we'll be talking about here in a little bit. But you already know because you've seen because we've talked about this before. They can actually see the title. So we are actually going to tonight do if you're a person of the 70s or a child of the 70s, you will know the word K-Tel. And you probably have one of these records in your collection at some sort, or tape or whatever you got at that point. But K-Tel was a big thing in the 70s. And tonight we're going to make our best 70s rock album. But before we do that, we're going to do a little bit of news, talking about crap and album acquisitions.
Can I talk first?
Sure, go ahead.
I want to take a moment of silence for the Twitter account at PAWL Stanley, because unfortunately somebody ratted that dude out and they suspended his account. So
interesting. And I sent you
very sad because that guy was nothing but funny. And if anybody didn't know that was nothing but funny, you have no fucking sense of humor whatsoever and get off the goddamn internet.
Yeah. Well, Alan, your video just popped up, so I can see you now. You do have you have a judo shirt on. Anyway, yeah, that account, and do a little bit of research. And if you listen to some other of our friends' podcast, you'll know who actually did that account. They're claiming it now. And I won't say anything until it's completely out, until they want to say it. But I do. We had some.
Well, you can tell which podcast it's on. Direct our listeners there.
Go to Cobras and Fire and listen to their podcast, their latest episode, and they will update you on the Paul PAWL Stanley Twitter account. So anyway. That's not who I thought it was, but I had my suspicions, but that wasn't it. Anyway, only news I have this week is today. What a great thing. And I know, Bill, you've already seen them this year, but Rod Stewart and Cheap Trick are going out on tour this summer. And I'm going to go
for anybody that's curious, we're recording this on January 7th.
Yeah. January 7th, and they're going to be at Bridgestone in, I think it's August 19th. It's a midweek. It's like a Wednesday. But I'm definitely going to hit that show, and I think that's a really good thing for both camps. I think for Rod Stewart and Cheap Trick, because there's going to be a crossover of people who like Rod Stewart that may have not That, I mean, I'm sure they've heard of Cheap Trick.
And no, you're going down a path.
But
that
a cheap,
is
but a
not
Cheap
true.
Trick. But there may be a Cheap Trick fan that really didn't listen to Rod Stewart a lot. I'm hoping that this will actually make Rod Stewart rock a little bit more, because he has been doing those standards kind of show for a long time. Maybe this tour he'll go out and just do his rock kind of stuff. So I don't know.
He's going to do the same show he's been doing.
Probably.
But I saw him 2 summers ago. It was really good.
Yeah,
and it wasn't like orchestra stuff. It was
okay.
All his regular hits. I mean,
there you go. That's what I want to hear.
That would be a night of hits from.
Yeah.
Except for Cheap Trick will play some crazy B-side thing,
hopefully,
which they always do, which is fine. It's not a problem. It's just, and they'll play the good stuff too, so that's a good thing.
So that's my only news for today, and it just came up today. I'm like, that's really good. So anyway, you guys, what you got?
That was going to be the news that I was going to say. You beat me, you rat bastard.
Well, that's we always plan this show out, so that's the way it works. So, Alan, you got anything?
I already said mine.
Your little joke? Okay, we got
no, the Paul Stanley Twitter account.
Paul Stanley Twitter.
PAWL.
That and your joke. So, which we'll talk about.
So, do we want to talk a little bit about the on the air? We should talk about
let's talk about that.
So
yeah, we need.
We did a radio show.
We're doing a radio show now once a month on Mondays, right? The first Monday of the month.
There you go.
There you go. I had to get there, and is on Metal World
Radio.com.
Okay, and
8 p.m. Eastern.
We had a lot of good feedback from that.
Yeah. So
I had it. So
I will tell you, I was impressed for that being our first show. Number one, how well we did it. Number two, I didn't announce it until the last minute, and we still got a pretty hefty number of people that tuned in and listened. So I was really pleased about that. The next show will probably be just as disorganized as the first one was. But I'll give you a few extra days notice so that y'all can change all of your plans and pay attention to the show.
So you got to go to the web page, and you'll find it on our web page, and you can listen to it if you want to.
Yep.
Late, but the format is we play. We all pick songs. We talk about the songs, and then we play the song. So it is not like this. It's not video. There won't be any YouTube or any of that junk. It's just strictly, it's not just strictly, but it is music. But us talking about the music between songs. But it was about an hour. And, it was fun. We had a good time.
It was almost an hour and a half.
Right.
Was it an hour and a half?
Yeah, it was like an hour and 20-some minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's because Dennis picked Eruption like 5 times.
No, and the thing was, is the first one we didn't really have any kind of thought behind it. We didn't have any kind of theme about the whole show.
Similar to this.
Right, but it's going to be interesting on the next show, our second show, because there's going to be something that's odd about that show, and you'll find out the night that we actually do it live. There's going to be something really weird about this show, so it'll be interesting to see how this one turns out. But it's going to be probably the same thing. That we won't have a central theme. I'm going to pick my 5 for a theme, and
I've already picked my 5.
But you're not going with my same theme, right? Though.
No.
Okay. So at some point,
was there a theme?
No. I'm saying at some point we probably need to get a theme and just do a whole show where, okay. But anyway,
we don't.
But do tune in, because it's going to be interesting, because I'm going to be tuning in at the same time. So that if it gives you any kind of little inkling what's going to go on, it'd be interesting. So just figure that out.
Am I supposed to be there? Because I'm really confused. And
you're going to be there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be there too.
What the hell's going on?
Sort of.
Oh, I remember now.
All right. Before we get to this, we got some album acquisitions.
Can I go? Can I go first?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, check that out, man. That's cool.
Vinnie Vincent Invasion cassette.
And here's the best part. There's really a tape in there.
Oh, there is one.
Yeah. I've had this for probably when did this come out? 86. I've probably had this tape that long, but I just found it the other day. I thought it was funny. I had to taunt a friend of mine who way back in the 90s bought that cassette box set but didn't get any cassette in it. So I took pictures of that, open and closed, with no cassette in it, and sent it to him. And I said, I got you a Christmas present.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
So that's all I've got for album non-acquisitions.
All right. So, Bill, you want to go first?
Well, let's see. Put your stack up there. I want to see.
Okay, here's my stack. It's about...
They're having a mine's bigger than yours contest, y'all.
Mine's bigger than yours.
It's pretty close. It's pretty close.
I don't know.
It's the holiday season.
Mine's awfully heavy.
I just got a new one today, too. I got a brand new one in the mail. So anyway, and one on the way.
Oh, I have one more thing to show before we guys get started. Get started.
Should I close my eyes?
Hog.
No, you shouldn't close your eyes. This is hilarious because one of the girls that works for my wife got her a pair of socks for Christmas, but they're a pair of custom socks.
Oh no.
Alan Tate socks.
Alan Tate socks. Wow.
How funny is that? Laura sent me a text to work, and she's like, "You are not going to believe what this girl got me for Christmas."
They got socks. They got underwear. They got all this kind of crazy shit. It's funny.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you something I got here. My son got me these just randomly. They're Kiss picks. Now, he got them at a local guitar store. The guy is like 85 years old and been there forever and a day. And he said, those are not like plain picks, right? Those are band picks. Noah goes, yeah.
Yes. Thank you for the heads up. I appreciate that. All right.
Who's going first? You or me?
You go for it.
Okay. All right. So here we go.
All right.
I'm going to start off with a Christmas present from our buddy Dennis.
Yes.
He bought me Men at Work Cargo. That has no song I've ever heard.
Pull that back. You've got it too close. There you go.
Oh, that's a great album.
No song I've ever heard on it.
Oh, you got to be shitting me.
I didn't listen. I haven't listened to it yet.
I know. You got to listen to that. It's good.
I will. All right. So I went out a couple weeks ago and hit pay dirt. So we're going to share here. Okay. I'm going to go through these quickly.
All right.
Hey, you got a $3 box.
That's a good one. What'd you pay for that?
$3.
Oh, so much for quickly.
Man,
Eagles Live.
Ooh.
Yep. I love that, and I didn't realize until recently that is a bunch of different shows pieced together into one concert.
I really like it. Very good. It was $4.
Yeah, I didn't keep all my price tags on, so don't ask me my.
What? I know why it's $4. There's only one album in here.
Oh, you didn't check?
Father.
You got screwed.
Sort of screwed. I got side 1 and side 2. That's not bad. Son of a bitch. I didn't know there were two albums in it. I didn't even think about it.
Take that son bitch back.
Dang it. Sons of bitches. All right. Been looking for this for a while. A good copy. A good Earth, Wind, and Fire Greatest Hits.
It's a good album.
Okay.
It's a good album.
Some jam on.
Boom, just passed away.
Yep. Little Ozzy.
Oh, yeah.
Wizard of Oz.
That's good.
Yep, that one. Don't ask me how much I paid for that because Lisa's in there.
Now, is that the original or is that the re-release with the original people on it?
It looks worn and it's on Jet Records,
right,
so I'm going to go with the original.
So it'd be original. Okay.
Yeah. This is pretty cool. This is I like buying the compilation albums. You know what? I think it'd be a great idea if we did a show where we put all of our favorite songs from the 70s on one record.
Yeah, like K-Tel.
We should do that. We should do that sometime. Anyway, so this is like today. This is called Rock Menu. It's by Chrysalis Records, and it's Hot Platter of Chrysalis Hits.
Cool.
So I will read these real quickly. Heart and Soul, Love is a Battlefield, Change by John Waite. We Close Our Eyes, Dancing with Tears in My Eyes, Eyes Without a Face, Call Me, Every Time I Think of You, Hot Child in the City, You Make Me Feel Like Dancing, Mickey, and Living in the Past. This is a good record.
That's a pretty good record.
That is a good record.
And it is in El Primo shape.
Good.
Okay. That was the used stuff I bought. Apparently one is slicker than the other because it just slid right down the thing. All right, so this is stuff I got for Christmas as gifts.
That's what she said.
She did. She was screaming my name.
Pull it back. Pull it back. All we can
This
see is a large H.
What is that?
It's Honk, but it's the
I don't know what that is.
Rolling Stones' greatest hits.
Oh, okay.
See, if you'd have moved it a little to the other side, you'd have seen the big tongue and lips.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I didn't. I've never seen that before. Anyway,
been looking for this for a while. Finally bought it.
Black Crows. There you go.
First
That's
record.
a good one.
That is
Awesome.
a really good record.
180 grams.
Went a little country wise on me. Got this from Lisa for Zach Brown greatest hits so far, which I like.
Nothing
Zach
wrong
Brown.
with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Get this.
Yeah, loudness in red vinyl.
Does that got
Vinyl.
Crazy Nights on it?
It does. That's why I bought it.
Yes.
Is that Thunder? Is that Thunder in the East? Is that what that is?
It is Thunder in the East.
Cool.
I haven't listened to it yet. It's steel sealed. This
Yeah,
was okay. So the next couple records are Barnes and Noble 50% offers. Look at that, 50%.
Yeah. Is that one you got? Oh, you son
Yeah.
of a bitch. Yeah, he calls me, and I get there and I didn't find nothing. I find nothing. Anyway.
This is Bryan Adams' latest record, Get Up.
Oh.
Yep.
50% off.
50% off.
There you go.
And get this for a 50% off record. Ooh, a little Van Halen, Women and Children first.
You stole that because I paid full price at Barnes and Noble for that album. It was $25.
All right. Oh, the other one I got too used was Phil Collins, Hello, I Must Be Going.
Cool.
Great record, $3. Okay. So here are the other two things I got that are extremely exciting to me. So I got my copy of Eric Carr's Rockology. Which
cool.
Is very cool. It's orange vinyl, I think. Yes, it is. Very bright orange vinyl.
Wow.
Marbled.
Nice.
It's beautiful. It's got a great little booklet in it, and in the booklet, Bruce talks about all of the songs and kind of what they meant and all that kind of stuff. So it's really cool. But the coup de grace. From my dad.
Dennis, did you say the cul-de-sac?
No, I said coup de grace.
Oh.
So this is these
What is
are
that?
the promo record that was sent to the radio stations that have two songs from each member of Kiss from the solo records.
How
That's
cool
really
is that?
cool.
Oh, only. And
So is there any talking in it, or just
nope,
the song?
it is this song. So it's Gene Simmons, "See You Tonight" and "Radioactive."
Okay.
Paul Stanley, "Hold Me, Touch Me," and "Take Me Away." And it is Peter Criss, "Don't You Let Me Down," "You Matter to Me," which, by the way, I skipped those two songs. And then
Aces.
Freely's "New York Groove" and "Fractured Mirror."
Oh.
I would have picked a different song other than
Yeah,
Fractured.
no shit. Why would they put
But-
Fractured Mirror?
So when I was down there the last time, we were in
Right.
the record shop, and I told my dad that is really cool. I'd really like to have that. He went back the next day and bought it, and has had it since
Well, how cool is that?
a year.
Yeah,
So that is the bomb right there.
that's a good dad thing.
Yep.
Cool. All right.
You top that, bitch.
All right. So, all right, I'm gonna run through mine real quick. I got the New England walking.
Oh
Walk.
yeah, of course.
This
you did.
is and no, I didn't. Bill got this for me and gave it to me for Christmas, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Even though I haven't looked at the minute work thing, I'm pretty sure I still won.
And then it works good, actually. So then we went from there to the mall, and I bought a couple of new albums. I got basically, and I paid way too much, but Number of the Beast, Iron Maiden on 180 gram. I love that album. I got also a Gatefold Dock and Tooth and Nail, which I didn't even know existed, but it's 180 gram also. Then we went. I'm not even going to tell. These were when we went to Space Monkey. I didn't go in order. I got Phil Collins, No Jacket Required.
You got raped. Oh, sorry.
That wasn't actually that bad. It was $12. Face Value, Phil Collins. I had just talked about wanting to get some Phil Collins. Guess what? I know you got 3 for it, but I paid a lot more. I did get Triumph Allied Forces, which that's another great album. All these are in great shape. This one here I'm going to put down below. So anyway, and then I went to our place over at Atmosphere Collectibles, and I made 2 trips there. So I'm trying to remember which trip. So the first trip that I made before Christmas. This is because we haven't had a show since Christmas. So I did get Michael Schenker Group, Assault Attack. This album is fucking phenomenal. I mean, I cannot stop listening to it. It's great. I did at that point too get Rush 2112. Got a decent copy of that. And the other one I was going to save it for last, but I'm going to do it in row. I left there was a lonely copy of for $4. It's in really, really good shape. I got New England's first album. Now, actually, a friend of ours, Craig Osborne, asked me this morning, give me a record to listen to at work today. And I gave him that. And actually, he said he liked it. He said it was a kind of between, what do you say, Supertramp and Jeff Beck. And I said, well, Bill hates it. And he goes, don't listen to Bill. So anyway, fuck you, Bill. So anyway, and then
whatever.
Bill,
hey, let me show you what I got. Let me show you what I got. Wait,
and
I
Bill
got this
also,
Kiss promo thing.
I know.
Okay.
And
New England. Go ahead. Whatever.
So anyway, and then Bill also gave me a gift certificate, and thank you very much for Christmas also. And then I went, and this is an album that I picked up there. I got it for $8. It's Diana Ross and the Supremes' Greatest Hits. The cool thing is when I was a kid, this was a record I listened to a lot, and it got worn out. It was scratched up, and on top of it has the poster that came with it along with it, and it's in good shape.
And not the only thing Dennis wore out when he listened to that record.
What's that?
So it's not the only thing you wore out when you listened to that record.
Anyway, that's some great songs on there. So
I was
anyway,
always surprised that you had those kind of dance moves still, even at this age. And we were down there at Atmosphere Records, and you were busting out a little turn, and you kept asking me to dance with you. I'm like, dude, I'm not dancing with you.
No, I didn't do that. Anyway,
weirdo.
So anyway, also picked up on Bill recommended this was Rainbow Between the Eyes. I've picked up this record probably about 5 times and keep putting it down. I did listen to it the other night, and it's I like Stone Cold. It's just not. I'm just not a big fan of Rainbow, but it is a good record.
So you like New England, but you didn't like the Rainbow record.
Yeah,
you're on track.
I don't think. So I did while I was in there also pick up Duran Duran 7 and the Ragged Tiger, and it's got Reflex. I haven't listened to that yet.
That's got my favorite Duran Duran song on it, which is not the Reflex.
It's
not Rio.
Mistake.
That's it.
Yeah, okay, that's the other big hit. Oh, fair. And then on Bill's also his he was saying that I need to get this one, the Bryan Adams. This is his first album. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, so I got that, and I haven't listened to it yet, but I will listen to it soon.
So that's what a Canadian mullet looks like, huh?
That's what it is. Also, guys, I was pretty happy with this. I haven't listened to it either, but I got Big Country, The Crossing, which has In a Big Country. I think this is it their only album, maybe?
No. They've got like 5 albums out.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
that's their number. That was their number 1 song, though.
That was their number 1 song.
Yeah, or their biggest hit, whatever.
So of course,
at least in America.
I have one on the way, but this is what I bought. I'm completing my Kiss collection again, and I just got this in the mail today. 180 gram Dynasty. It even has the poster. So I got that off of Amazon for $20. So I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, it's a decent price for 180 grams.
It's not bad.
So you know what? I'm going to put this 180 gram Kiss thing together without a box, and it's going to be a lot less than $2,000 or whatever, $1,500, whatever it is that they want to do with that. So anyway, that was my, and I have one on the way that I bought last night that won't be here. I'll show it next week. But it's something that I was wanting to get over Christmas. I didn't get, but I found their original. So anyway, all right. So we guys ready to start this?
Let's get her done.
All right. So now let me get to this for real quick. Let me pull this up. I need to pull this up real quick. So we're doing the K-Tel records. If you're a kid of the 70s, like all 3 of us are, I mean, Alan is. He's a little bit late, but to the party. But he was a 70s kid. You remember going to the store and you seeing these K-Tel records. One of these things that is funny. It was, I bought these things off the TV. They were at all the stores. The funny thing, and I'm getting ready. I'm trying to pull it, and I just had this fucking thing up, and it just history. Hold on, let me find it real quick.
Oh, don't worry, we'll wait.
But anyway, it was a guy in Canada, and actually he got together with Ron Popeil, who had the Ronco-matics and the Ronco products, and that's where this come up. But anyway, K-Tel began doing these records. Basically, they were doing doing like 70s stuff. They started with polkas. They did actually country was their first one. They did a polka one. Then they started rock. They did comedy. They did stuff, and they were selling. And they've sold. I mean, they've sold millions of records over the time. And I'm trying to get to this. I had this thing here. I know what it is. I just took a picture of it. So anyway, so in 2013, actually they said that here I'm going to backtrack just 1 second. They said that actually K-Tel was the Spotify of the 70s, pointing out that the way people discovered new music in the 70s were through the K-Tel compilations, in the same way that Spotify playlists are now used, to refer artists. In 2013, Dave Grohl, in front of the frontman of the Foo Fighters, gave a keynote speech at the SXSW, praising K-Tel for exposing him to the early music of his life, especially Frankenstein by the Edgar Winter Group. Grohl told Grohl told the crowd that the song's inclusion on the 1975 K-Tel blockbuster compilation was the first album that he ever owned. That record changed his life. So there you go.
Let me give you a little bit of trivia, Dennis.
What's that?
SXSW stands for South by Southwest.
I know. That's that big
that big festival down in Austin or somewhere.
In Austin, Texas. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, K-Tel has been around, sold a shitload of records, and we all know what K-Tel is. So what I wanted to do tonight was let's put together our own, because you can say 70s, and now 70s means a lot of things. So I said for tonight, 70s rock album. So we had to do 70s rock, 10 songs, and you could do any kind of way to do it, whatever you wanted to do. And Alan, you go.
Well, can we quantify that with, we have not discussed this before today, right now.
Never. Well, you think after almost 200 shows they wouldn't figure?
Hey, we have new listeners every day. Our numbers grow every day.
We keep this shit secret. Like I've had this stuff on a playlist that I keep secret on Spotify. Just the little freakers can't, find out what I'm listening to. And we won't talk. We haven't talked about anything. So, all right. How close are we going to come?
Well, my 70s K-Tel album I called it The British Invasion. And what I did was I chose one song from each year from 1970 to 1979.
Oh, I did the same thing.
So my first pick was All Right Now by Free, come out in 1970. Hey, it sounds like Bill and Alan's got the same song.
All Right Now by Free. Cool. All right.
My first song.
Now, what was your premise on your album? How did you pick your album?
Or me?
You just did, yeah.
No, I just
do rock songs of the 70s.
Yeah, I Googled rock songs of the 70s and went, that's my favorite song. And then here's some other songs. I like these songs. I like this song, and that'd be cool. I did that. I did not do one for music. But my number one song, my number one 70s song is All Right Now by Free. So it took us one song to get to the same one.
That's
Son
pretty.
Of a bitch.
I never thought that would happen. I figured
apparently there's only one song in the 70s.
You had the whole fucking 70s to pick from.
Yep.
All right.
No, great minds think alike.
All right. So here's what I did. Now, CNN's blasting on my phone. Okay. So what I did was the same thing that Alan did. I went through 1970 to 1979 to pick my 10 songs, one from each year, and basically pulled up the top 100 songs from each year and picked the one that I thought needed to be on that album. Now, it wasn't the best one. Some of them go way down the list. It's just my album. So my first song is No Matter What by Badfinger.
That's a great song.
It's a fucking great song. And it would be on a K-Tel record. I mean, it's one of those ones, it's going to be there. So that's my first song. All right.
My second pick was Black Sabbath's Sweet Leaf from 1971.
Dude, no, are you serious? This is going to turn into a train wreck.
My second
it's
song
not.
is Black Sabbath, Paranoid.
Excellent.
Yeah, babe.
I try to pick too. Whenever I do mine, I try to pick if I had to give it to somebody in today of what music was like in the 70s. That's why I tried. That's kind of what I was thinking. So, but that's funny. Two Black Sabbaths. I'll bet we got the third one too.
Oh, that's cool.
Good
No,
possibility.
it's not a British band, so I think we're good.
Oh, okay.
All right. So mine, number 2, would be from 1971, and it'd be "Walk Away" from the James Gang.
Again,
Another good guitar.
excellent
Another good
song.
guitar. You know, I just look for, and I've listened. I've actually I took my Spotify, and actually I will make everybody's thing a Spotify list, and everybody can listen to it. I've listened to this Spotify list, and actually had to change one this week because I got tired of one song. I had to change it up. All right. So anyway, that was my second pick. Alan, your third.
1972, Deep Purple, Highway Star.
Good song.
Aerosmith, Dream On.
That's another good song. All right. So my third pick was 1972. That would be "Hold Your Head Up" by Argent. Another good solid guitar song. All right.
Useless trivia
Alan.
here. I used to have a cassette that was one of the songs on there. And
I'm sure K-Tel used it.
well, it was a K-Tel type it was a compilation. And I would listen to that tape, and I'd be riding in the car with my son, and he wasn't even in preschool. He was that young. But we'd get in the car, and he was like, "Put in that Hold Your Head Up tape. Put in the Hold Your Head Up tape." So we listened to that tape a lot.
Cool.
Good song.
All right, my 1973 pick is "The Ocean" by Led Zeppelin.
Oh,
Good song.
my next pick is to me the epitome of the 70s, "Rock and Roll All Night" by our favorite band, Kiss.
I almost wanted to, but I just couldn't pick. I had to pick something other than Kiss. I just tried to stay away from that.
I had them on my list, and then I remembered they're not British. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, they're not British. My idea was to give it to somebody that's not heard any music from the 70s.
That's true, and that'd be good. I mean, that'd be one that's never been
Okay,
before.
now, Bill, my follow-up question for that song is, do you give them the studio cut, or do you give them the live version that gets played on the radio a lot?
Ooh.
I give them the live version.
Yeah, I would do that.
Good
too.
answer.
Good answer.
Because the studio cut, you go, what?
And that reminded me of something that reminded me at the very end of the show. I got to say something about something I heard today. Anyway, so my number
to say something about something.
All right, so where are we at?
Nothing from nothing leaves nothing.
1973. That's where we're at right now. My pick for that is "Hello Hooray" by Alice Cooper. I mean, it's kind of an odd song to throw in there, but that's what K-Tel did.
That is a great song, and so
and
far I'm digging your playlist.
Yeah, I worked on this thing hard.
We don't care if you were hard or not.
Mine took 15 minutes. I don't know what you guys are. 15 minutes.
Well, This list didn't take me as long. At the end, I'm going to discuss the list that I had originally tried to put together.
Okay.
But okay, for 1974, I've got Queen, "Stone Cold Crazy."
My next pick is "We're an American Band" by Grand Funk Railroad.
Good song. And would be on a K-Tel record.
Dennis is going to pull out his Queen record.
I forgot. I bought this when I was at the record shop too. Queen.
That's over. We're past that.
Yeah, sure, heart attack. Anyway, I got that at Atmosphere. So I completely, because when you said Queen, I was like, I forgot about my Queen album. All right. So my next is 1970, would it be 74. "Band on the Run," Paul McCartney, Wings. Great song.
Is that a rock song?
Hey, Brian Harris probably just shit his pants right now.
Why is that?
That's his favorite song. Come
on.
on.
I love that fucking song, dude.
Don't you know anything about our listeners?
And Foo Fighters covered it.
That's not why he likes the song. Trust me.
I'm a huge Wings fan, so trust me. I love that song.
And a Foo Fighter fan.
A Foo Fighter. All right, Alan. Next.
Bad Company, Shooting Star, 1975.
Ooh, that's close.
Yeah.
Close.
My old cover band actually did that song.
My next pick is Kashmir by Led Zeppelin.
Ooh, I almost picked that song as one of my songs. It was close.
I just love that song.
I do. That was one of those ones that I almost picked, but I didn't. All right, so my 75 song is Good Lovin' Gone Bad by Bad Company. I mean, I like Bad Company. It was just one of those ones that I thought it would flow. All right.
1976, Fool for the City by Foghat.
That was a close.
Which
close
is funny because I'm not a huge Foghat fan. So until I compiled this list, I didn't realize Foghat was a British band.
Interesting. But yeah, that's one of those ones.
Even we learn things on this show.
K-Tel would have had that song on hard. They would. That's a definite one. All right, Bill.
All right, number 7 pick for me. I think this sums up the 70s. Cocaine by Eric Clapton.
Good pick.
Good. That's for certain parts of the country. Yes, exactly. This is the one that I had to switch out. 1976. I went with Fly Like an Eagle, Steve Miller Band. I originally had Magic Man by heart, but I've heard that song so many times. It's just like I just couldn't listen to it again. And I was like, what else is in that list? So I was like,
because you never hear Fly Like an Eagle.
I like that song. I had that 45 when I was a kid. I like it, and I never burned on it. So
that's
I'm
great.
Good. Anyway,
cool.
All right, for my 1977 pick, I will be Eddie Trunk's best friend because I picked UFO's Lights Out.
He is a fan.
He's a huge fan.
It's his all-time favorite band.
Huge. He's just huge. I don't know.
No, he's not. Be nice.
Just joking.
All right, my 8th pick is Feels Like the First Time by Foreigner.
Ooh, that was close. That was very close.
I had a different one down there first, and I changed it.
All right. So we're at 77. My 77 pick is also a Foreigner song. Long, Long Way from Home.
That's a good song.
This is a guitar-driven album that I've got. It's
you didn't pick all hits.
No, I did not.
That's
not surprising. Dennis is one that doesn't really like the hits as much.
But they're. I mean,
no, it's okay.
They're known. They're known, but they're not the top hits. No,
right.
No,
right.
I want the ones I like.
That's why it's your record.
All right.
That's right. No, 1978. Who Are You by The Who?
Okay, I know who I am. All right, my next pick. I went back. So we've had 3 Bad Company songs. So here's the third one. I Feel Like Making Love, which is one of my favorite songs too.
And we didn't pick any of the same one. That's cool.
Didn't pick any of the same ones.
That's good though. That means that they were a very very big staple in 1970 as far as rock and roll. So that's good to hear. All right. So my next pick is probably the least rocking song of my group, but it's still a rocking song to me. And it was 1978's Baker Street by Jerry Rafferty. That song was it's a rock song to me, and it's the 70s. And yeah,
that
I know
song that's one of the songs that, in my opinion, defines the 70s, and especially the late 70s.
And it has a meaning to me. I just love that song. So there you go. It's not following my guitar rock that I've been doing the whole time.
All right. My final pick for 1979 is All Night Long by Rainbow.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, it is a good song.
Yeah. So my last pick, I reverted back to the earlier 70s and picked School's Out by Alice Cooper.
That's good. I almost picked that one whenever the year was. Actually, I think that was the same year.
72, right?
It was in 72. Yeah, because the year that Hello Hooray came out was also the year Elected came out. I'm like going, God damn, I like Elected better. But man, I think Hello Hooray would have been, I wanted to be something different. So that's why I kind of went like that. So yeah, that's a good song though. Good deal. All right. So my last one, 1979, and I'm going a little different again, but I love the guitar in it, and it's Jefferson Starship's Jane.
Man, that is a great song. Your
That's
list,
a good song. That's a really good song.
Dennis, I'm impressed. I like every song on your list.
I love this. I have listened to this playlist over and over, and that's why I had to get rid of Magic Man and put the other one in. But I like this list.
I listened to my playlist once when I put it together.
So yeah,
I listened to mine till the other day in the gym.
So all three, well, it's actually no, all three of these will be on our. I'll be on Spotify. I'll put them on my account if you follow me.
And so what we're going to do is on our Facebook page, we're going to put up a poll and have you guys vote.
Yeah.
Which one of our playlists you like the best?
We haven't done a poll.
We've never done a poll. I don't even know how to do a poll, so I got to do some homework.
Hey,
now before we move along,
I'm like Brian Harris, he knows polls very well.
Oh, there you go. Because we can't post anything on Facebook without him throwing a zinger comment up there.
I went there. And
that's how much we love you, Brian. You got mentioned twice in this show.
Yeah, and I heard the poll thing today, so I'm like going, you know what?
I'm going to use that.
Use it hard.
I want to throw out real quick.
Bill's already sent me the list. Jesus, you're on it. Cool.
When I initially set out to do this, my initial goal was to do rock songs that never made it past number 2.
Oh, that's cool.
And I found songs for every year but 2.
Wow.
I couldn't find anything that was rock enough. There were some that was pop that was kind of close, but it wasn't close enough to kind of go with the rest of the songs that I picked.
Right.
And I was really disappointed because Laura sat there and watched me on the couch. I put a long time looking these songs. I was like, damn it.
Yeah, you can look. I mean, when you do a search on that, what I was finding was you can't say top songs of. You have to actually, specify rock songs of what year.
Yeah,
there was one
I
website
did all
that
of that, man. I looked
that I went to, but because if you do like this, like say you do, and that's the thing is when we first talked about songs from the 70s. Man, 70s was we could do 3 or 4 shows of this. We could do the yacht rock songs of the 70s. We could do the pop songs of the 70s. We can do the hits,
Well, if we do pop songs of the 70s, I got the number 2 songs.
There you go. So you're already set. But, when we
weren't
talked
the pop
about
songs be the yacht rock songs? Because aren't they the same songs?
Some of them are, yeah.
See, one thing that I really struggle with is, I have the K-Tel records, and there's always a couple of really slow, because Sarah Smile, when that year came up for that one, I was like, going, God damn, I want to put that on there. But I went for more of a rock, a guitar-driven record. Is what I was trying to go for, except for Baker Street, which has a kick-ass lead, in it. But other than that, I just had to pick that song. But yeah, there's so many ways we could do this, and we've talked about this. We could do K-Tel presents the '80s hair, and we could do this topic could be used many, many, many times. So
what was the name of your record?
Mine
was one of the challenges.
Okay, mine was K-Tel's Decade of the '70s, because I went it's a song per year. Rock decade, 70s is a rock.
You got it.
Whatever. Yeah.
Did you ever?
I said at the very beginning of mine, it was British Invasion.
Oh, British Invasion, yeah. And mine was This Ain't No Disco Music.
This ain't no party.
And you didn't even put a Talking Heads song in there. You fail.
But they didn't count. They weren't
even in the 70s.
I believe the Talking Heads got started in the late 70s.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would say probably, yeah.
That was just my punch at the disco era. So
it's still funny nonetheless.
Funny nonetheless.
But anyway, it was
fun. Always had some kind of catchy tunes. I have 4 or 5 of them over there. Tilt. There was Power Play, and
there's one up at Trader Baker's right now for $5. It's like the Power Rock or something like that, and it's got some. But the thing was, K-Tel also, if you ever noticed their records, I don't know how that they did it. They pressed them, but they got like 10 songs per side. I mean, they're just tight. The grooves are
most
tight.
Of my songs are
some pretty low quality records.
Yeah, they were very much.
Now
let me grab another record. I got a compilation. Go ahead.
Okay, while you're doing that, I've got something to say. one thing that I have noticed is when you're watching like an infomercial for the Time Life music stuff, and they'll show like the 40 top country, whatever, get on Spotify and look that title of whatever that compilation up is. Somebody has made a playlist for it. Almost everyone that I've seen on TV, I've looked up and I found that playlist. So
there are mega playlists on Spotify on all these things, and I'll do that a lot of times. I'll just go, okay, I want to listen to 80 something instead of and look at other people's playlists. And I mean, you just go through and go, okay, we're going to play this. The thing I was going to say earlier was on the way home today, I was driving home. And we talk about when songs come on the radio, and we of course, it just immediately hit the hit the switch button or turn it down. AC/DC's Back in Black came on today, and I went, you know what? I'm gonna just for once. I fucking just crank the shit up. You know what? It was really good to hear that in full. I haven't listened to that song in a long. I have turned it off every time in the last 10 years. I haven't listened to that song for probably 10 years.
I understand that.
It was really, I was actually, by the time it was over with, I was like going, you know what? I'm glad I listened to that. I didn't want to hear it again today, but after hearing it, but it was like going, you know what? That is a good fucking song. And you know what? That's the whole point. These songs are great, but sometimes you just get burnt on them. You just got to get away from them for a little bit and then go back and discover them again. So anyway,
I have this album in my collection. If you find it, Dennis, you got to pick it up. It's called 24 Electrifying Performances is Heavy Metal.
Oh, cool!
Now, I've seen this.
I bet it's on Spotify.
It probably is.
Who put that out? Actually?
This is a Warner Brothers special. It's not like it's volume. This is volume 2. So I don't know what volume 1 is, but it's a 2-record set. It's superstars of the 70s, but it's got let's see, Iron Man, Black Sabbath, Iron Man, Alice Cooper, 18, Jimi Hendrix, Freedom, the James Gang, Deep Purple. Cool. It's got Bang a Gong by T-Rex, Right Place, Wrong Time by Dr. John, which was like,
I was in the right place,
please, at the wrong time.
Like that.
Allman Brothers. Let's see who else is on here. Starship.
That was the thing about K-Tel.
Radar Love.
Right.
I mean, so when you start looking at this, there's some really good shit on here.
Their albums did have that song would just pop up like, the fuck are they putting? Because the other one, they had Shannon. That one song that was on that album. There's all these rock songs, and they're like, Shannon, I'm talking about that song. I'm like, what the fuck are you throwing that in there? It's not a fucking power rock song. Somebody paid you to do this, But anyway,
so we're gonna put a poll up, right?
Yes, we'll put
in our living room.
We're gonna put a poll up for Brian to dance on.
That would be awesome.
And I think on that note, we're probably done.
There you go. But anyway, I appreciate everybody showing up, and we'll have a show again next week. The radio show will be the first Monday of every month. Look forward to that. We actually play some tunes, and heard a new song on the way home today. I actually Shazammed a song today. I hadn't did that in a long time.
Shazam! So I guess we're not done.
It was a Stone Sour song. Never.
I like Stone Sour.
I'm sorry.
It was
you don't like them?
I am dumb and so or you're dumb and so am I was the name of the song. And it's actually off their first album, and I'd never heard it before. And I was like going, this song fucking, but I'm like going, that's Corey Taylor. I know who it is.
Yeah.
But so I looked it up and
cool.
Like, damn, rock is not dead.
Damn. Well, that album came out like 7 years ago. So
I know. Anyway.
All right, people, we are really done this time. Go to agesofrock.com, find our social media and all of our places that you can listen to us. Until next time, peace out.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to the Ages of Rock podcast. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and most importantly, tell all your friends. Remember, you're never too old to rock. Until the next episode, peace out, folks.